let's get started with editing this form so that we can make it a contact us form. I will delete these options and I will keep the labels. So first of all, I don't need the email of the user, but I will keep it as secondary, and I will delete this label again. And again, in the first section, I want the name of the user. I will paste this label back. You have to write input, and the type is we are taking a text this time, so it is a text, and the class is form control, and we can give any ID. So I'll just give ID something like a name, and the placeholder is something like write your name here, anything, and it is an empty tag. Input tags are empty tags. And over here also for the label you can just write something like full name, and the 4 is our input ID, which is name. So now you can see, if we say that it is the email, then definitely it is giving some auto suggestions on some emails that I've used in my computer before. Okay, I can see some emails right here which you can see as blurred stuff. Okay, so in the full name also it is given some recent text which I was searching in Google. In the other one, let's say input type is a number, and so we can go ahead and get the user's mobile number. Okay, I'll just, for demonstration purposes, I'll keep it as password to show you what this password actually looks like. So placeholder, I'll write your mobile number. And this should be mobile number. Okay, and this is again number. If you refresh and if you start typing here, can you see every single thing is covered with some password characters. You can change it to number right here. You can change it to anything like date, time. You can use anything. You can see that month and number, color, checkbox. Okay, file. So you can just use anything. If you select the time here, now you can just input some several text. Second, then you can input hour, minute, and the time, AM or PM. In number, now you can input numbers right here. If I try to type any text right here, I cannot write that. I can only input numbers, and also we get this arrow up and down, which is to increase the numbers. Okay, and here I'll keep it as it is, and I would mark this as some message. So I'll give the ID as message to this text area. Okay, and even this label should be about a message. Okay, message of the user, so that the user can input a message and send it to the administrators via email. And rows, I'll make it around 4. Here we go. And also note that in text area we can give the placeholder like this, and then we can write something like write your text, write your message here. Okay, and if you go ahead and refresh, now it is there. And if I fill everything, if I fill the email and even the mobile address, if I fill it with some stuff, okay, and even the message, if I fill with some data, how can I send this form? How can I email this? So definitely we should have a button to send this contact us form, the data of the form. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get a button. Let's go ahead and get this submit button of this login form. Okay, here's the button type submit. After this div form group, you can say submit button like this. Okay, so I'll change the submit to as send, and type submit means it is HTML property, which means on click on this button, send all this data to another page. So let's see how we can actually get this and send this to another page and retrieve this data from another page. However, this type submit means to send all of this data to some other web page or to some other website we are referring to. Okay, so let's see how we can do that later. Let's firstly make the design of this contact us. So I'll go ahead, select the image. So I will go to fontawesome.com and search for something like arrow, and yeah, I think location arrow, this is good. If I copy this, I can have it right here before the send. Button black. This is not actually black, so I'll make it as a BTN black. Okay, and then, oh sorry, this is not black, this is BTN dark. And also let's keep a space right here after the send and NBSP. Okay, we can have like 3 spaces after that arrow. Yeah, like this. Okay, so for where this data should go, so I am going to teach you another HTML element inside the form tag, which is action. Action means where should this data go, okay, which page this data should go. So for now I'll keep it as sharp, because later we will declare the page. And there is another HTML element known as method. Method should be get or post. Okay, get, and there are 2 method types, which are get and post. So if we send this, it is nothing happens because we haven't specified the action right here. If we go and specify any email, some page like email.php, okay, and if you refresh this, and if I go ahead enter some data right here and enter the email address, enter the mobile number, and even enter the message, and if I send it, it is going to email.php, but method get is not declared because we are not living under circumstances. So difference between this method get and post are 2 different stuff. So method post means when you send this data, in the URL these data are not displayed. But if you are using method get, that means when you are sending this data, this name, email address, and this data you enter, they will be displayed in the URL. Okay, that is the difference between get and post. But we cannot observe this practically right here because we have to go in the under circumstances of a server. So when we are making the email functionality, let's see how we can get this method post and method get. Okay, so I'm going to stop this right here, and now let's see how well this is working in our mobile device. Okay, so we will be working with PHP in order to send this email, in order to observe this method get and post. So I'll keep it as it is right now, and let's get started with checking out how well this looks in our mobile device. So post is always more secure, so that is because the data are not displayed in the URL, if you understood it. So let's keep it as post, and just let's keep the action as it is. And the next thing we are going to do is we are going to copy this footer. Okay, let's copy this footer to the contact us right here, and definitely we have to provide some footer is there, and we have to provide some BR tags. Normally we provided at around 3 BR tags before the footer right here. Okay, so now let's see how this is looking in our mobile device. Right here, it is pretty good, isn't it? Everything is great. In the next session, what we are going to do is we are going to embed some advanced level APIs like Google Maps and Facebook API. And one more thing we have to do is we have to alter our header to update the location of the contactus.html in other pages. Even in this header of portfolio, we have to make it contactus.html, and then services.html right here. This should be contactus.html, and in the next video what we are going to do is we are going to actually even link this web design and digital marketing and software development in the JavaScript way, in some of a more complex way. We are going to link these services also in the next video session. Okay, so now we have successfully completed the basic structure of all these 5 pages, and we have completed at around 80% of our complete modern website. Okay, so next video we will also make this web design. If you click on one of these drop downs, take us to this web design, digital marketing and software development exact place on the services.html page.